Okay. Boy, I see a face like Daddy.
What you just watched is the moment when two Jewish cousins were reunited after 75 years of believing the other had passed away during World War II. Get out your box of Kleenexes! This next one's a doozy. Welcome back to InformOverload, where we tell you about the most interesting viral news stories that we find on the internet. I'm Charlotte Dobre, and I want to hear all the stories about your relatives and what they went through during World War II. Write your responses down in the comments, and I will be responding to a hefty amount of them. World War II was the defining moment of a generation. So many families were ripped apart, so many lives changed course. It was such a defining moment that there are few families on Earth who do not have some sort of heartbreaking story that was the direct result of World War II. 87-year-old Morris Sana and 85-year-old Simon Meyerowitz are cousins, and they grew up together in Romania. But back in 1940, they had to flee the country after a fascist coup allied the Romanian government with Germany. King Carol II adopted a position of neutrality for Romania, but the country was overthrown by Antonescu, and Romanian troops were responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Jews. It's believed that up to 180,000 Romanian Jews died after the takeover, and 420,000 Romanian Jews died in concentration camps in the final years of World War II. For any of the Jews that didn't die as a result of the war, they lived in horrible conditions. According to a report commissioned and accepted by the Romanian government in 2004, of all the allies of Nazi Germany, Romania bears responsibility for the deaths of more Jews than any country other than Germany itself. Romania committed genocide against the Jews, and the survival of Jews in some parts of the country does not alter this reality. So many Romanians fled the country, and they also destroyed or lost their former identity cards, which made it very hard to track down their friends and family members after the war was over. As a result, Morris Sana and Simon Meyerowitz fled Romania with their separate families. For 75 long years, they both believed the other had passed away in a concentration camp. Mr. Sana now lives in Israel, and Meyerowitz lives in the UK. Recently, Mr. Sana's daughter managed to track down some of her relatives online and started talking to them on Facebook. Not long after, Mr. Meyerowitz flew to Israel, where Mr. Sana lives now. The video we showed was the moment when they met at a hotel in Tel Aviv last Thursday. It was posted to Facebook by Mr. Sana's granddaughter with the caption, "This is one of the most moving things I've ever seen, and I'd love to share it with you. My mom recently found some of her long-lost cousins on Facebook. To make a long story short, my grandfather couldn't find his cousin and best friend after the Holocaust, and was sure that he was killed at the concentration camp. He hadn't seen or heard from his cousin in 75 years. We were able to arrange for the cousins to meet today. The war tore so many families apart, and to bring them together in Israel is so magical." The post went viral, and the video has been seen millions of times. On behalf of IO, our hearts go out to anyone whose family was affected by World War II. Please share your stories down in the comment section. I'm going to do my best to respond to most of them. For now, if you want to keep watching IO, we put together a playlist for you with a bunch of videos like this one, and make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so I can see you in a future IO video.